What's up? Whoop, whoop.
We did it a little unconventional because right now it's just me and you. So
right.
we decided we'd come on together, we get the party started, you know?
Yeah, we got to cover for Sarah. She's running late.
Those Canadians, I tell ya.
Always late. Those.
I tell ya. No, Sara apologizes, she'll be here soon. And the other people who canceled also apologize.
F them. I'm all you need anyway. All right, there we go.
We're gonna have a nice little intimate panel today.
Hey.
Have you seen, can I show you, was anyone here for the panel with him on Friday that we did? Was that not so funny? I was crying. So there's a picture. I don't know if you've seen this. I will show you.
No, do I want to see it?
No, it's so cute. It's the two of us, and we're laughing so hard.
Oh, good.
I love it.
Yay.
I'm gonna post it later. I haven't had time. I'm gonna show it. Where is it? Very cute. Look at this photo.
Oh, that's great.
How do
Oh,
we show it?
that's awesome. That is great.
How do we?
Instagram.
Oh yeah, there.
Camera guy.
Can you get it? No. Do I do it this way? Which way do I do it? You would think I'm smarter than this, but I'm not. What? Who's saying what?
There it is.
What?
Yeah. Just hold it right there. Right there. Don't move. Zoom in. It's good. It's good. Trust us.
Anyways, look
It's good.
later on my Instagram. That was a fail. It was very cute, but it made me smile because it made me just remember how it was just so funny.
It was a good moment.
It was a good moment.
It was. It was a good
had me,
panel.
like
Good moment.
crying, laughing.
Yeah. I think we may have both been laughing at Zach at that point.
Well,
Yeah.
there's always that, right?
Yes.
I'm just gonna move my chair over.
Yeah, let's do. Oh, such a nice breeze.
Oh yeah. How's everybody feeling? Have you had a good? Yeah. Day 3, right? You guys are troopers. Has everyone been here all 3 days? Wow, I love that. You know, this is my first time being all 3 days. You're 2 days.
2 days, yeah. Oh, yeah, you're on day 3.
I'm on day 3.
Yeah,
Have you
I'm
ever done
fresh.
3 days?
I had Saturday off.
Yeah, what a jerk.
I know. Saturday off. But here I am. What are we doing? What are we talking about? Are we just doing questions?
Okay, so really quickly, I know I'm so casual now. This is just like one big happy family. Really quickly, everybody, there's 2 microphones here at the top, and when we throw it to questions, if you could just line up on either side, and we'll get to you. Everyone's waving. Nice. I was waiting for my close-up, but I never got it. What the fuck, Matt?
I'm trying to do the thing, the meta thing.
Yeah.
It's not working. Yeah, there we go.
Still waiting. I'm still waiting.
Go ahead.
No, I was waiting for my close-up. I'm not making it on your phone. What the heck?
I'm sorry. All right, there we go.
Thank you.
I quit drinking and I lost 35 pounds, and so thank you.
Congrats.
But then
Huge.
I find myself doing the most embarrassing thing. Like there's a supermarket that I go to, Kroger, and they have like these video screens that you can see, like when you're walking down the aisle, you can see yourself on it, right? And I walk, I'm like, I look pretty good. And I'm like, take pictures of myself on the video monitor. I've been fat, so like I'm like I feel good being a little
You
skinny.
do look good.
Thanks.
You do look good.
Thanks.
Yeah. Also, beyond just the vain looking good, quitting drinking is a big deal. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What inspired that?
Oh, fat. I was just fat. I just got fat. It's calories. It's like people I don't have a drinking problem. I have a getting fat problem. And so
I understand.
yeah, and it's like I love drinking. I do love a good bottle of wine. I love some cocktails, but
I see, Sara.
yeah, you get to a place where you're like, I don't want to be.
Yes.
I'm starting to look like Ron DeSantis.
Be careful, not that kind of panel.
Sorry. Ron DeSantis and I are the same age.
Sara, get up here! We missed you!
Hey, just in time.
Yay!
Thank God you're here.
Hey! You look amazing.
Hi, good to see you. Oh.
Everybody, is Sara not?
Woo!
Miss you, someone alive?
I know.
Why are you so cute? I love this whole outfit. You're amazing.
Thank you very much.
And we were talking yesterday about how Sara like ages backwards. Doesn't she look amazing?
I know.
Look who's talking.
Sara looks amazing. Matt looks amazing. He lost 130 pounds.
Oh, wow.
I'm just kidding.
I was just telling you, I quit drinking. I lost 35 pounds.
Oh, good for
And
you.
I forgot how attractive I was.
Yeah, and you're like, hello. Hello again.
Selfie myself. Sober face.
All right.
Hey.
Now that the group's here, we can get started. Matt can stop talking about himself. We can move on, you know. Okay, to kick it off, I'm curious. Is there, because we've been, you know, this whole weekend, obviously, we talk about the past and all these great experiences. So I'm curious, is there something right now that is inspiring you? It can be a work project, it can be something at home, something creative.
Hell.
I know, we're getting deep. And if you don't have something, just fucking lie.
Okay, good.
The state of the world
make
is
it up.
really inspiring.
Make it up.
It's, well, that kind of dovetails into a conversation I was having in my previous panel, which is that, you know, after a stint in the business, you know, I think I'm coming up on 25 years, you know, 13 seasons on the Vampire Diaries, Vampire Diaries Plus, you know, yeah, a few films here and there, like, it can leave you...
Sorry. I have to interrupt. I'm sorry. A few films, we talked about this too, but again, I have to bring it up because it came up on my car ride here today. Rick, who you guys will see later, actually, I'm not joking you, without me talking about it, brought up Blue Crush in the car. I swear to you. You have to ask him.
That's hilarious.
So this guy was in Blue Crush and Legally Blonde. Okay, now you can move on.
I have a funny Blue Crush story that came up the other day too in a panel.
Please, we have to hear
Really
that.
good.
Okay.
So I had just come back from doing a Steven Seagal movie. Don't ask. But I was ready to get back home. I was with my girlfriend. We went to this bar. One thing led to another. This guy started to hit on my girlfriend. It turned into a fight between me and this guy and this guy's buddy. It's the only bar fight I've ever been in. And I got the jump on the guy who was hitting on my girlfriend. I had the beer bottle in my hand. I just grabbed it and whap! Over his head real hard. It didn't break. I thought it was gonna break. It doesn't break. It was more like a club. It was like, thump. and he just dropped. But then he had his friend out of the corner. My big guy. I just like slow motion. I saw this big, huge fist, slow motion. Hit me right in the jaw. Spun me like a top into the bar. I caught myself on the bar. Bumped into this girl. Spilled her drink on her chest. And she says to me, she's like, "Excuse me, I know this is a really bad time, but..." She's like, "I loved you in Blue Crush." I was like, yeah.
That's epic.
Yeah.
I'm inspired by that story. That's what I'm most inspired by these days.
Okay, yeah, so we got sidetracked. So
That was that was a very like cinematic retelling of what you told the other night in the with the slow motion and stuff.
that's really
That's hysterical. But going back to what inspires you, you were saying you've been acting for a long time, and then I interrupted
You can act for a long time. You go through the business for a long time, especially if you've been playing a character for a while, and it's easy to kind of get lose touch with why you do it, why you've been doing it, and sometimes it just gets real. Like you gotta pay bills, and sometimes you're taking jobs because you gotta pay the bills, and then you lose touch with your acting.
And also,
style.
kind of when you have kids, it changes too.
Yeah, and then you have kids. It's no longer about you. You got a bigger responsibility, and so. But in this, I'm going through a big transition in life right now, and in that transition, I've been trying to get back in touch with what is inspiring, why you do it. And one of the things that happened in our panel the other day, that going back to Legally Blonde, that I thought was really cool. The question came up to us, like, what would we do if we could do anything else? And because I'm going through a divorce right now, I said, I would become a lawyer.
That's a great answer.
I said, because I feel like I'm becoming a lawyer right now. I feel like I've read every divorce blog online. And somebody in the panel, or in the room said, oh, you don't want to become a lawyer. It's not what you want to do. And I said, oh, so you're a lawyer. And she said, well, I'm actually a judge. I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, great. I said, maybe you can help me out. And she says, and I forget how it said, and I think I made a joke about like, did you become a lawyer because of Legally Blonde? Made the joke. But legitimately, she was like, as a matter of fact, I did.
Yes. No
As
way.
a matter of fact,
No
I became a
way.
lawyer because of Legally Blonde. I said, get the fuck out of here.
That's never happened before, right? Has that ever happened to you
He's
before?
like, no, it happens every second day, but it was really inspiring when it happened.
Well, it was super inspiring. So this woman had become a judge, like became a lawyer, became a judge, inspired by the film. Which then inspired another story, anecdotal story. Yes.
Yeah, I saw her yesterday too. Are you here? Are you here right now? No.
And so
That's amazing.
which inspired another story I remember. It's like I was set up on a date years ago with a lawyer. And we had a lovely time. I walked her to her car. We started kissing. It became passionate kissing.
Tell us more.
Against the car. She pushes me off. She says, I have to confess something. Breathless. I said, yeah?
Breathless.
She says, I became a lawyer because of Legally Blonde. It's my favorite movie.
I knew there was a reason I asked you if it happened before. I knew it. Oh,
My uncle,
God.
who is also a lawyer, over one Thanksgiving did tell me too. He's like, I have to admit, about a few years later, after Legally Blonde came out, the courts were filled with beautiful lawyers. To which I said,
this is a pandemic.
I said,
Or no, an epidemic. What is it?
I said,
don't know.
you're welcome. But to your point, I was driving home, fresh with these memories that have been dormant, and I thought to myself, this is why. This is why. Because when you commit to the work and you commit to a project and it's good, and people watch it and they resonate with it, you can change people's lives. You can change people's lives. You know, and I thought to myself, I'm doing what I'm doing to inspire people.
Yes.
And it reminded me, I've been watching a couple interviews with some of my favorite actors, and Tom Cruise being one of them, had this interview, and they was just talking about mindset. What is your mindset? And like the people that I admire have very simple mindsets. It's a very simple mindset. And he said, my mindset is to entertain audiences. He says, I work hard, I work 7 days a week, it's all about the work for me, and all I care about is entertaining audiences. Bradley Cooper said, I want to work with the best so I can be the best. And I forget that sometimes it's just a very simple mindset. And so because of this convention and this meet and greet, I was reconnected with my mindset, which is that I want to do this to inspire people, because when inspired people's lives will change for the better.
That's beautiful. Well said.
Your turn.
Good luck, Sarah. Good luck.
So last night I got in a bar fight. And no, I don't have any makeout or bar fight stories
But
to segue.
it's a breathless makeout.
Yeah.
It was.
Don't forget.
And then he pulled away,
I will
breathless.
never forget that.
Yeah,
I'm still
I
back
know.
there wondering what that's like.
I know. I know. Yeah, me too, kind of. Yeah, wow.
I am getting divorced.
I'm just making the rounds. This whole convention, I'm making the rounds. Great.
Oh my God, that's great. Oh, this is fun. This is fun, right? Well, okay, yes. To add to what you're saying about why, revisiting the reason that we do what we do, I've been working with some students as of late at the film school that I went to like 15, 16 years ago. And directing some of their student final films, which is really, really fun. And a lot of work, and a lot of, and then we put music, we score them, we do everything. Me, and the editor, and so it's really fun, and it's really great to be with these young people who are like embarking on what I would say we can all agree is a sometimes difficult career, sometimes magnificent, like on days like today,
It's
being
fluid.
all of you. It's a fluid career.
It's a different kind of fluid.
Yeah, and getting to sort of be with them and to treat their film set like an independent film where it takes, you know, every film, every TV show takes every single person to make it, and you know, you don't get to see all of the crew and all of the behind the scenes people who made the Vampire Diaries and the, you know, the originals and Legacies happen, and it's like they are. One of them, Shotzi was here yesterday.
Yeah, that blew my mind.
Which I literally was carrying something. He was, you know, one of our camera operators who is now show running and directing and you know, was working on Vampire Academy, and I like dropped what I was holding. I was in such shock to see him. It's been years. And to really help, you know, students understand that it is absolutely a community. It is not about any single one person, and that basically if you're in our industry, it's like a bunch of people who ran away to join the circus together and somehow understand that their life is going to be like a traveling circus. And it's really fun, and it's fun to be a part of that in some way, of sending them out into the world and going like, you're gonna have your heart broken 7,000 times, but if you can hold on to this feeling that you have with your classmates and the feeling of making something together and working hard and like holding each other up, then that's what it should be all the way, you know, and people can lose sight of that, and it's just inspiring to be reminded of, you know, the very beginnings of a career and of a life as an actor is really fun for me. Exciting. Yeah.
I love that.
Thank you.
Bravo. And you're impacting these kids' lives. What you're doing right now will stay with them.
I hope so.
It will.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Good question.
Yeah.
Very good question.
And I wanted to just ask, are you allowed to say the name of the school?
It's called the Vancouver Film School.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Tracks.
It's a film school in Vancouver, Canada.
Yeah. And is there any way that they can support? Like, do the films go online or anything?
I don't know if they do put them online, actually. Okay. I don't know. They might, I know they hand them out to the students. You can get a DVD copy from one of the students if you drop in on Vancouver.
Amazing. Well, you both touched on something, and Sara, I know you had said this yesterday, where you were like, so often I'm reminded it's about the other person. You know, it's about the other person or the writing, or, you know, it's just in front of you. And if you take yourself out of the equation, you're okay. And just hearing you talk right now again about this community and having the students support each other and reminding people, hey, it's not just about the actors, it's about the crew. And like, you know, it takes a casting director, it takes a director, it takes a producer, a writer, it takes an editor, camera people, like across hundreds of people to make something. And every job is important. And Matt, what you were saying with the mindset, to me, I was also hearing that as like intention. Mm-hmm. And so I'm curious, like when you guys are on set or when you're teaching, is there something, if you're nervous, you tell yourself, like, do you give yourself the reminder, it's not about me, it's about my scene partner? Mm-hmm. Or, you know, what is that thing for you? Because I know it doesn't matter how long we do this, there's still those moments you get nervous, you know?
Of course, yeah.
I am always like, no, this is about me and not my scene partner.
I was betting on that. And then you're like, damn, I lost 35 pounds.
I'm looking good.
God.
No, but I love the idea of being of service and like putting yourself in the back next to, you know, helping people first. And I do feel like good scene work is always about getting, you know, outside of that framework of yourself and just flowing with the other person. But do you get nervous on set still, or how do you feel about that?
I always feel really antsy until we shoot the first scene.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, we're doing it. But I am like but it's good nerves. It really doesn't feel like debilitating. It feels like I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I just get really, really jazzed to go do it.
Yeah.
And then once we do something, shoot something, then I go, okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
I can like kind of settle into it now.
Yeah.
But I actually really do. That does help me to go like, okay, what's happening between us? You know, like if we're scene partners, it's like there's something that happens in the air here.
Yeah.
Like that's as important.
Yeah.
You know.
I felt the sort of thing that was dawning on me by the end of my tenure with Alaric and then the vampire world was the only safe space that I felt comfortable in was in front of the camera. Like I felt like entering into the set with the scene partner, with the crew, and that was my
like
only.
sacred.
Yeah, it was like a sacred, safe space, and I got to a place where I was no longer thinking about a scene partner as it felt like a dance partner.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
and
I
that
like
was
that.
that
Totally.
the scene work.
Was it ballroom dancing or jazz or?
I suppose it was just more like ballet.
Oh.
You know.
When I say Vampire Diaries, I think ballet.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's like, and I say that just because when you shoot a scene, once you get it down with the cameras, it's kind of locked in to a certain pattern, and then you have to do it over and over and over again from one angle, and then you have to do it over and over and over again from the other angle, and you have to do it over and over and over again from multiple different angles, and so you're doing the same thing the same way from different angles, and so you have to keep it alive and keep it fresh each time. And so when you just kind of let go of yourself and you stop overthinking it, you let yourself, I found myself kind of like getting into a flow of a dance. You're not thinking and it just is happening, and it's a choreography between not just your scene partner but the camera. It's the camera, the scene partner, yourself, the blocking that you have to like make work in harmony, in unison, over and over and over again. And when you do that so many times, you do get into like a state of grace where everything else kind of disappears. And sometimes that's nice, because the minute you get out of that safe space, it's like your life snaps back. And you're like, oh shit, it's like, family, friends, the world. It's just like it comes crowding in on you. And so that's why I've grown to love the work now, because it's just, when you're really present in it,
That's
there's
what I was
nothing
going
else
to say.
that exists.
You have to be so present, and there's not sadly, there are a lot of situations. I find we're less present, in general, and you have to be when you're shooting anything, and it's the best. It's the best.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys, speaking of that, do you take your phone on set?
No, I actually don't.
You don't?
I don't.
Shit.
And you do.
Unless there's I have an emergency. Like
That so tracks. I would guess that about.
Yeah.
Guilty.
Yeah. If I know I need to check something, then I will. But I like being on set a lot better if I don't. But I'll bring a book though.
Yeah.
Nerd.
Yeah, that's good. No.
And you bring your phone.
I'm straight out of my phone,
Do you
is that
find
right?
that?
But I've also been playing the same character
Of course.
forever.
Of course, but
So-
I was going to ask you with that. Do you find that gives you a nice little break in between? Like sometimes I know it's being on your phone, but it also gives you a little break from being in this scene.
I think so.
Which right?
Yeah,
You
I
like
think
how I
so.
spun that?
Yeah, I like that. It's good. I'll take it.
I figured that's what you were doing.
Yeah. I need a little breather.
Yeah,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah, before I dive back in under the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we are going to turn it over to the audience questions shortly. If you guys want to start lining up here, that would be great. People already are. Is this a line already? Oh my gosh. Well, I was going to ask another
Alrighty.
question, but we're going to get to it. Let's go.
Let her rip.
Hey.
Hi. Okay, can I video y'all? Can I video this?
That's not up to me. I would say no, but go ahead.
Oh.
Yeah, go
listen to
for
me.
it.
Okay, so what was y'all's childhood dream jobs before acting?
I wanted to be Indiana Jones.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's the best answer ever.
I wanted to be an explorer.
Yeah.
That's what Danielle Campbell said yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
She said Indiana Jones? Oh, shit.
Wow. Hysterical. We gotta sit down and chat.
You guys got to fight. Yeah, fight. That's my dream. I wanted to be.
Or Matt, work together and make a project about it.
Or a bar fight.
Community.
Hashtag
There's a
women
theme here.
supporting women.
There's a thing. Support women, support each other. Yes.
Yes.
2 Indiana Joneses. There's enough to go around.
There you go.
I'm sorry. Thank you. I need to be enlightened. True to the theme, I wanted to be a fighter pilot.
Wow.
That's awesome.
I wanted to be a fighter pilot, but I have terrible vision and I'm colorblind. I wanted to be a Navy SEAL at some point, but wanting to be a Navy SEAL and becoming a Navy SEAL are 2 different things. But I did go to the Navy recruiter and I took the ASVAB. And
What's that?
It's like your entry exam just to see how you score on all the different things where they can put you. And I'm colorblind.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it turns out I'm colorblind, like greens and yellows and browns.
What does this look like right now?
That is blue,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Only greens and yellows and browns, right?
The greens, yellows, because they kind of begin to, when they're side by side, it's hard to differentiate. And I asked them, I said, why is that disqualifying? They're like, well, when you have to cut the green wire or the yellow wire, you got to know which one it is so you don't blow yourself up. I was like, okay, I guess that's fair enough. Fair enough.
You have great stories. It's amazing. Wait, have you ever flown before?
I haven't, but I do want to get my pilot's license.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
I feel like you'd be great at that.
Yeah. Because I guess you only need good vision if you're flying other people. You don't need to see if it's just yourself. So like you can get a pilot's license, do these little puddle jumper things, and I think that'd be great.
Yeah, I went up with someone who was getting it once, and they did not tell me you have to do slips, where they go.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was in the back. Yeah. And I thought we were dying. And he was my boyfriend at the time. He turns around at one point and looks at me and he said, I had to check on you because I've never heard you so quiet. And I was just like this. He said I was green. And when we finally landed, I was like, never again. I will support you going up. I will be on the runway. I will wave high and by.
Yeah.
Never again.
I could see that.
So get ready for those slip knots.
Okay, good to know. Good to know.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Thank y'all. I love y'all.
Thank you. Love you too.
Love your hair. It's amazing. And the rest of you. Your personality.
Hi, my name is Amelie. I'm from Montreal, Canada.
Yeah.
Hey.
I remember you spoke in French yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't. Do you speak French? Anyone?
Un petit peu.
Un petit peu. Il est bien ton français.
Oui, oui.
Oh.
My question's for Matt. I wanted to know which one of your girlfriends on the show were your favorite.
Spicy.
You know what's amazing?
I never kiss and tell.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
Good answer. Good answer.
I just did.
But this morning, I met Jody for the first time. I was like, excuse me, are you Jody? We were like the only people in the lobby. And then I went into the cafe, and there was Mia, who I've worked with again. And I was like, Mia, get over here. And we were like, the Dead Wives Club? That's a panel.
Yes.
That's a panel. And
That is a panel.
Right?
And that's also a movie.
Also,
And I will produce
yeah,
it.
thank you. Great.
Yes.
Spit shake, done.
Yes.
Done and done. I would say
You don't have to say.
Josephine.
That makes sense.
Because she was like my baby mama.
And it's a like, that was a
We were going to get married, we had a full...
Did you get married to any of them?
I was about to get married to her, but then she was brutally murdered on at the altar.
At the altar.
Convenient.
Honestly, I think Alaric died that day. I was never the same after Jody was murdered on set. When I read this, I was like, can we do this? Can you brutally murder a pregnant woman on the wedding altar? Can we do this? Yeah, apparently we can. I was like, okay, cool. And then poor Alaric tries to kill himself and the gun doesn't work. No shit, I'm talking about trauma. Trauma bonded to this show.
5-syllable word.
Yeah, seriously.
Trauma with 5 A's on the
In
end.
the same sense. And then, yeah. Yeah, so I'd say Jodie's character was my favorite. But I also like co-parenting with Caroline. That was fun. Weird, but cool. Obviously, I loved our stuff.
Yeah. You said the other night, and then all of a sudden, like, how did this happen?
That's what it
In the
felt
show.
like. That's what it felt like. It's like we came back from season 2. They're like, okay, we got to. Here's the scene. You walk into the kitchen and then you just kiss Aunt Jenna. I was like,
Aunt
okay.
Jenna. You kiss Aunt Jenna.
Yeah, I was like, all right. Have we gone on a date yet? No.
Were either one of you breathless?
I believe he was. Yes.
Little did you know it was the kiss of death. Never kiss a lark.
Yeah. No, it's
Great
true.
question.
Don't
Yes.
kiss a lark.
Great question.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Merci.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup.
I'll say it too. Merci.
Merci. Merci beaucoup.
Hi.
Please shut him up. Ask him
Please stop us. Yeah.
My name's Amber, and
Hi,
I
Amber.
want to know what a relationship you think should have happened that didn't.
And, oh,
These are spicy questions.
I know.
Happy Sunday, everybody.
Yeah.
I can't keep track with what did happen. Like, there are
Fair.
so many relationships that I was like, what? Like, when I heard, I was like, I didn't, because I couldn't keep up, because I'm bad.
I think Klaus should have compelled Tyler and Matt Donovan to be boyfriends.
Yeah.
Tam. I ship Tam.
Well, on that note, I'm just gonna jump in on this one and say we were talking about like where Lexi came from pre-Stefan, and I was like, I think she made out with Catherine.
Yeah.
And someone was like, well, how would Stefan feel about that? And I was like, does it matter?
What if Klaus was like about to stake Jenna, and then he was like, but I'm lost in your eyes.
Yes.
And
yes.
then I would have stuck around, and
Yes.
so that's,
and then you made babies.
and then
Yes.
yeah, great.
Yes.
TV babies.
Yeah. Yes. There you go.
Great question.
I mean,
I feel like we could keep going with this.
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah,
There's
yeah.
a whole world we could create here. Okay,
Yeah.
how are you?
hi.
So I was kind of going to ask the question she asked before about the relationships, but if Aunt Jenna would have survived, do you think that her and Alaric would have stayed together? And what do you think that would have looked like, her being a vampire?
Were you a vampire?
Only
At the end.
only to die.
Who killed you?
Klaus.
Klaus killed you.
Yeah.
I knew that.
He
I don't know.
forgot that he was lost in her eyes, so he just went through with it.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, her eyes!
Too late.
And then he kissed her anyway. What?
Yeah. Would we have gotten anything done other than eating ice cream when I was supposed to be taking the kids to school or whatever? Remember?
Yeah, what would we? How does that play out? What does that look? Playing the tape forward. We fall in love. We move in together.
Didn't you become like a Van Helsing type?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was doing in the beginning.
So I would have become a weird, okay.
Would you have become a vampire hunter?
I would have become a Frankenstein bride because I would have died and then you would have brought me back and I would have played a Frankenstein monster and you were the vampire hunter.
I was the vampire hunter.
So it would have been the vampire hunter and the bride of Frankenstein.
I think we could have been like
The end.
Or we could have been like Mr. and Mrs. Smith vampire.
Yeah, that's cooler.
That would've
That's a
been
better
I'm
answer.
seeing a spin-off here, and I'd like to jump in and say I'll produce it.
Thank you.
Well, that was the spin-off I wanted to do after Legacies was done. I was
They're
like,
like,
okay,
shut it off. That's enough of this.
They're like, get them out of here.
Yeah.
next.
Can we get the
Is that
video back up?
satisfying?
What happens?
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you so much.
Thank
Great
you.
question.
Hi.
They're working on it. Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Hi. We missed you guys at the decade dance, me and my friends.
I was there.
Oh, we didn't see you.
I'm sorry, very quickly.
I was
ran
not
around.
there.
We
I'm
were
sorry.
inside eating.
Oh, I ran around and I was like, hey, I don't think anybody, I was wearing sensible trousers and everyone else was in like sparkly 20s gowns and stuff, so I was easy to miss.
I just wanted to ask, what was your favorite decade dance in The Vampire Diaries?
I only got to go to one, so that one, the 50s.
The one where I was Klaus. I think I went to a decade.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. Did you have like a 70s like long hair, like Klaus, but with like
there was
a
like a sort of like
headband and like
dark,
really
sort of
long
mob
hair?
looking.
Yeah, oh.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Mod-
I love the 70s. I loved all those flashbacks.
Yeah,
There's something so special about that time.
I love the 70s too.
I like the 60s, late 60s. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the mod vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you guys, I love you all.
Thank
you, love you.
Hello.
All right, Eric.
Hey.
Hi, my question's for Sara, and I wanted to know how you felt being killed off the show in the second season and having to leave everyone that you worked with for so long
It was hard.
in that 2 years or how.
Yeah, it was a quick sort of process. You know what? I think it was a really good thing to happen to me. I was 23 and it was a really good lesson about how film and TV works. And I will never, not expect to die on a show ever again. Now I just show up and I'm like, it's
She's
so great
also
to
in
work with you. When will you be killing me? But I think it was good because then I had to go away and, find other jobs, and I've had some really fun times working on other shows, and it was a good lesson to learn and to kind of, as an actor, you have to sometimes start over a lot, and I've done that a lot in my career, and now I really enjoy it. So good. It was ultimately good, hard and good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Hi.
Go for it.
I'm Amber. I do have a question for Matt, but before, my mom couldn't be here because she has neuropathy in her feet. So, and she really loves you on the show. She thinks you're really hot, sexy, and she always enjoyed watching you. So it would really great if I could get a video of you saying hello to her or a picture or something. But if not, here's my actual question. Out of all the shows and movies that you played, what was your favorite?
I don't know that I have a favorite. I'm just happy that I've had a couple characters that have made an impact on audiences. I'm very proud of the impact Legally Blonde has had, and I'm very proud of the impact that Alaric in the tapestry of Vampire Diaries has had. And so for me, it's not necessarily any one favorite character over the other. It's just I feel very blessed that these characters have had an impact, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
As far as the first one,
Sorry.
that is or
Sorry.
Yeah, hurry, quick, whip it out.
That's what she said. I couldn't help myself.
Hi, Mom, I love you. I wish you were here. Mwah. I'm glad you think I'm sexy.
Oh, what a sweetheart. Aww. Really quickly, we're going to get to your question. I just wanted to jump in and piggyback off something you just said, where you're starting over constantly and learning. That's a big piece of learning in this business. Have either one of you had a serious moment where you're like, this is it, I didn't see it this way, but I'm going to need to quit and move on? And if so, what was that like? How did you find your way back?
I had that moment. It was the summer when I was 27. And I had been on a show that I loved, and the show got canceled after 2 seasons. And then I think I did 60 auditions that summer, thinking I would jump right back on a show, and I didn't. And I was getting dumb notes like someone was like, she's too old to play the mother of an 8-year-old. And I was like, well, no, I'm not. And just dumb. When sometimes we get really dumb feedback, really dumb physical feedback sometimes. And I was like, I don't know about this. This is kind of brutal. This is not that fun. And I like auditioning. I actually find auditioning fun. But then the next job that I booked was War for the Planet of the Apes, in which I played a chimpanzee, and no one cares what you look like. And I was like, yeah, this is what it's all about. And it was one of the best jobs ever. Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I mean, I entertain it a lot. I feel like I'm entertaining it a lot now. I'm like, real estate. I'm gonna do real estate.
Yeah.
But I feel like I think that after every job. I mean, I guess, but it starts to, I don't know. It's there's so many highs and there's so many lows, and it's just like after a while, like you get kind of tired of that.
Yeah.
For me, I start to crave something consistent.
Something steady.
Yeah, steady, consistent, reliable. Something it can be a brutal job where you're, like you say, the feedback or sometimes the criticisms online, just the being exposed to all the things. It's like
sometimes I say, I'm like, I have to think of myself as an athlete sometimes.
Yeah.
And
You really do.
it's like a mental exercise
Totally.
constantly,
It takes
because
endurance.
otherwise I'll get taken out.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's like an endurance run. You're like one of these 5-day marathon things that just goes on and on and on. And then you do have to kind of put blinders on to a certain degree just to keep going. But
And take good care of your nervous system too, because it is a lot of like up and down and weird. And
yes.
Well, thank you for sharing. I know, and I had to jump in because I do feel like it's important for people, because whatever job you're in, there's always ebbs and flows and ups and downs, and I just feel like it's important, as much as we talk about all the great stuff, to also talk about where it's difficult and hard, and where we lose inspiration and how we find our way back, because that's never not going to be a part of it, So I think it's important to share. I mean, I've had plenty of lows, so we all have
the lows are low.
The lows are real low.
Yeah. That's why I'm just gonna marry up next time. Marry rich.
That's always the answer. Always.
Kids.
Yeah. Okay.
Just kidding. That was a joke.
Or
is
if
it?
someone's rich out there, we're not saying no. It's not an option.
Oh.
Hello. Hi. So you've
I
already
can't help
created
myself.
this new vampire world in just one panel. Sorry, I'm very short. If you had to add a new character to the show, who would play it, and what would they be in the show? Like their relationship to your characters?
Like a person who's never been on the Vampire Diaries?
Yeah.
Wait, what was I didn't hear the question.
If you wanted to add someone to the show that's never been on the show before, is that the question?
Yeah, like if you want, you can add Tom Cruise, because
Tom Cruise for sure.
Yeah.
And who would Tom Cruise play?
You walked right into that.
Tom Cruise would be Damon's father.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Didn't they have a dad?
Well, we're gonna kill him and then bring in Tom.
But Tom Cruise was the
Recast.
real dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they had two dads.
Ayo.
Maybe Tom
Oh,
Cruise is the daddy.
totally. I
You
like
know?
that. Yeah. Yeah, Tom Cruise.
What about you? Same?
Brad Pitt.
Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt would be the additions to the Vampire Diaries that make the most sense.
Then it's just
And I
interview
would
with
like to
the diary.
get back on that show.
Yeah, totally. Brad Pitt can play whoever he wants. He gets to pick. He can write his own character.
Amen.
Amen.
Great question.
It is a good question.
Go ahead. Hi.
Hi, I'm Milana from New Orleans.
Hi.
Hi.
My question
Are you a
is-
vampire?
Are you one of those New
You
Orleans
are from New
vampires?
Orleans.
So my question is, since you were both parental figures to Elena, what is your favorite scene that you filmed with Nina and Lexi? Arielle.
Well, I was towel girl to her, so I've been called worse.
You also had a grill scene with her.
I what?
You had a grill scene with her?
Oh yeah, I was great in that scene. No, not like me, Arielle. I meant Lexi. Lexi was nice to Elena in that scene. I'm terrible. No, that was great. Okay, go ahead.
I don't remember. I didn't feel like it was a good parental figure.
No. I think I just liked all my little moments in the kitchen with Nina, where
That's
we
right,
were
the
like
kitchen, yeah.
just going in and out, and we'd say like a couple words to each other, and it was very domestic, very, I think that's the most fun because like I lived with Nina for a little bit, and that's sort of how our apartment felt too. God, I remember one morning getting a text from Nina when I came to work first, and she was like, "So we need to be like little ninjas in the morning," because I guess I was closing the cupboard doors too loud.
No way. No way.
And Nina worked all the time, and I was like, "Oh my God, really? Sorry." So I like those moments. I like those moments with Nina. That felt
awesome.
like our apartment of like.
Be like little ninjas.
I was like, "I'm so sorry."
Oh, that's hilarious.
But I like doing all the kitchen stuff with her because that was fun and very ordinary, but we were always laughing and having fun.
That is so funny. I honestly don't remember. I do remember being in the kitchen a lot, saying some
Oh,
things.
I can't remember. I know. People often ask, "What's your favorite line?" And I've just stolen one from, some lovely gentleman came by today and had me write down, "I have no secrets, only dirty shame," and I was like, "Oh right, I said that."
Ooh, that's good.
No,
That is
so
good.
spicy. I
That
can't
is
remember a lot of my lines.
Yeah, I can't either.
I've shoved a lot of lines in my head since doing the Vampire Diaries, so
Yeah.
as we all have.
And I did actually really like that scene with Lena in the bar because that was what that was me putting them together. That's what led to I was feeling epic.
You did chain up Stefan too with her.
Yeah, that was fun. That was really fun.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Emma.
Hi, Emma.
And so I was wondering, for the three of you guys, was there any things that you added in the script that weren't there? Like any improvs in any scenes?
Good question.
I think the closest thing for me was when we were playing Pictionary. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And we were being really rambunctious.
Yes, that's right.
I don't think there were many. I think I generally stuck pretty close to the script. I don't think there was a lot of improv happening when I was on the show.
Yeah, I don't know about improv. I do know that I rewrote Alaric's very last scene for Legacies. They had written it where, I don't know if you guys saw it, but the way it was written at the end was he goes through like this procession of saying goodbye to everyone down the line at the school in the afternoon, and that didn't seem realistic to me. I thought, if anything, he's just gonna sneak out the back door at night when everyone's asleep. He doesn't like good.
Have an Irish exit.
Yeah, exactly. And
I
so
accidentally called it a French exit one time.
it's a French exit. I wonder what the difference would be.
I don't know. It sounded
Baguette.
dirty.
It did.
A delicious baguette.
It is dirty. It is dirty. But that was the only time I've had any influence on a scene.
That's cool. I didn't
yeah.
know- that's very cool.
Yeah. So go ahead. No, that's it. I'm good.
Okay.
Does that answer your questions?
Yeah, no, it does. Thank you. I appreciate
you.
it.
I wasn't done. It was
Go ahead.
all three.
Sorry.
Okay. I can't remember if I added any improv, but I did add the physical stuff to Lexi. So like when she's in that bar scene with Elena, we were just talking about like her little like shoulder shrugs, or like when I was that scene where I dance around Stefan and he's like awkward. I don't think all of that was scripted. I think we were just standing there, and I was like, well, I'm meant to make him feel like he's brooding and I'm fun. So I was like, I'm going to dance around him and make him uncomfortable, like stuff like that. It was the physical stuff that I brought out because I kind of knew my character's job, and it was only one episode that I had to get all this information across. So I thought doing the physical stuff would add to that when I didn't have the dialogue.
I did the same, in my audition. Like, I remember, like, shaking my hair out of my ponytail or something when I was going to school, and they were like, "This is it.
This is the
thing.
girl.
This is the thing." And I
This
was
is
like,
Aunt Jenna.
All right, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I like that. The shoulder. The shoulder. Yeah, I like that.
Hi, my question is for all of you. I was wondering if y'all have watched the series, if y'all have a favorite episode, or if you haven't, if you had a favorite scene that you filmed.
For Vampire Diaries?
Yes.
Okay.
Pictionary was fun.
Pictionary's good. Pictionary's good.
You have more to choose from than me.
I mean, I think the classic answer for me is the end of season 3, dying in the crypt with Damon, saying goodbye to everybody. Yeah.
Wait, you left season 3?
I did.
Didn't you come back?
I did.
Yeah, okay. I was like, you were on it longer
I did.
than that.
I was like,
Yeah.
I started out as a 4-episode arc. They're like, let's make him a regular. I did 3 seasons, and then they were like the big goodbye at the end of season 3. I should have just left it at that. That was so sweet. That was the best ending. But then 2 seasons later, I had a couple guest spots here and there, like dream thingies. Damon's ghosty best buddy, and then they brought me back for season 6.
It's a great job.
Yeah, it's 13 seasons. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. But yeah.
What about you?
The dinner party episode too.
Oh, I love Dinner Party. Yep,
I liked that one a lot. Yeah.
I actually really like this scene when I'm in bed with Damon and I'm like, have you met you? You're not a good person. That was just fun to film. And then I got to like go around and choke him, and like that was like our first scene together. So I was like, this is fun.
Nice.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys. Y'all are all wonderful.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Madeline, and I love all of you so much. I grew up watching you guys.
Aw,
so, my question is, if you had a doppelganger on the Vampire Diaries, what would their name be?
Richard.
I know. I was gonna say Janice.
That's good. Richard and Janice, our doppelgangers.
That's the couple I want to watch. Is Richard and Janice.
Richard and Janice.
Yeah. Get them a sitcom.
I can't. I'm not even touching that. That's it.
That's good though. Good question.
It's good.
Richard and Janice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Callie, and Matt, I apologize for my shirt. First of all, I did not intend to ask a question at first. Traumatic memories and all.
That's okay.
Magic siphoner, you know.
Okay, yes. Gotcha.
I don't know.
So it's trauma.
Trauma with 5 A's right here on the shirt.
Matt, my question is for you. We never really get to see Alaric's reaction to Hope's attack on him in Legacies, and I wondered what that reaction would have been like if we had gotten to see it in that confrontation between him and Hope.
Well, I'm not going to do it now.
Yeah.
But it was, I thought they did. I thought they had the reaction. I thought it was the lifeless, dying, blood dripping out of my face reaction. Betrayal. The hurt and betrayal. Et tu brute. No?
What? Nice.
Shakespeare.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, nice.
Shakespeare.
No, thank you so much, guys. You guys are great.
Thank you. You're the best. Hi.
Hi, my name is Kayla. My question is for Warner Huntington III.
Wow.
Elle Woods or Vivian Kensington?
What's that?
Elle Woods or Vivian Kensington?
This is the big one. Wait, what does the audience say? Wait. What does the audience say?
Elle Woods, right? Elle Woods. That's what I was thinking.
I say the same.
All right, yeah. That's what I want to have happen in the next Legally Blonde. Plot twist. They get back together.
No, you were such a dick.
People evolve. By the way, Warner evolves. He just becomes a good man.
Does he? Like
Yes.
how?
I don't know. But I always had this funny thought it'd be interesting of like.
Helps her out at the end.
That could be it. It could be like one of these things where like I always saw like Elle Woods running a campaign. She's like a campaign manager for a candidate, and she's running against Vivian, you know, who's running for office, and Warner's kind of like the kept man in the background, standing by her side the whole time. And then maybe in a plot twist, he gives Elle Woods some information against his wife, so she loses.
No. You're still a bad person. No. If it's gonna happen, I think you have to be her secretary. You have to work for her.
That would be funny.
Yeah, and she's the boss.
That would be funny.
bitch.
Yeah. She's the boss. Okay, yeah. I work for her as the boss. And I redeem myself that way.
There you go.
I like that. I like that. All right.
Thank you guys.
Thank you. That's good.
Hi, I have a short question for all of you and then one for Sarah. After you guys left the show, or even when you're still on it, have you guys seen the show or any of the spin-offs.
Absolutely not. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
And then one for Sarah. After you got killed off the show, or let me rephrase this. Did you wish that we got more seasons or episodes of your character trying to adapt to being a vampire
Yes.
or the struggles?
For sure. Yeah.
Because
I think Jenna as a vampire would have been fun.
Yeah, personally, I wanted to see that, but I was sad to see you killed off. So
Yeah. I think Jenna would have been a great vampire.
I think so too.
Janice. Yeah. I think she would have been really fun because she didn't have the best, I think like a lot of the characters, she didn't have the best sort of impulse control all the time. So that makes her a great vampire, no?
A lot of plot twists there.
A lot of plot twists. I have not seen the entire series, I'll be honest, because I feel like someone will get up and quiz me and I'll be like, nope. But I find it like getting through, like I don't watch a ton of TV and I should watch more because it's my job, but I have seen some of it. I haven't seen all of it.
I typically don't like to watch.
We talked about this.
Yeah,
We don't like watching
Yeah, I don't like to watch myself after. Just shoot it, done, move on. Which is part of a problem because then you do fan conventions and you're asked questions about the show and the narrative, and it's just like I have no idea. Because people will say to me like, "This is the one." I will say this is like one of the more annoying things that I find when I encounter people and they like ask like, "Oh, what do you do?" You're like, "Oh, I'm an actor." They're like, "Oh, what have you been on?" You're like, "Vampire Diaries," and like they'll be like, "Never seen it."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Well, I haven't seen it either."
Yeah, I also haven't seen it.
That's amazing.
Like it's like I haven't seen it. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I don't care if you've seen it or not. I don't watch it either. Shit. Why do you gotta say it like that?
Oh my god, that's so funny. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'll see Sarah and Arielle on your photo op later.
Thank
Oh,
you.
great.
Awesome. We'll see you then.
All right, this will be our last question.
Hi.
Sarah and Arielle, like if you didn't die so early, like what do you think would happen to the other characters?
Plex. No, I'm just kidding. She said if we didn't die so early. But what would we what?
Like how would it affect the other characters, and do you think they would have been happier if you were still alive?
Would they with other characters? Sorry?
Would they be happier if we were still alive? The other characters.
Oh, I like to think that Elena and Jeremy were upset. I hope so. I was actually told, though, it was really important for their character arcs that I get out of here. So, and then I F off. So I think it was important for them to have to face the world on their own until you were their parental guardian.
Yes.
I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't so important that I die.
I don't know.
It's very important. You were an angel. You became their guardian angel.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really know. I think we just try to do what we can do. Leo needs us to get off.
Leo's like,
stage.
wrap
He's
this
checking his
shit
watch.
up. Let's
We're
go.
answering her question.
So-
Leo, get up here.
Leo, show us your
Come
abs.
on, Leo.
Join our panel.
Leo, show us your abs.
Here. You can come sit.
Do you think
shit.
that the characters on the Vampire Diaries would have been happier if Lexi and Jenna had stuck around?
Almost exclusively.
There you go.
There you go.
Did you even watch it?
Wow, she's gonna call me out like that?
Well, that's what happens when you're over there giving me the
I did
time
not.
signal.
I did not.
No, I admitted that I also have not.
I did
seen
not.
Everything.
I'll sit here.
It's
No,
I did
it's
not.
like thousands of episodes of TV.
No, you're good.
Get up here.
Here's some Leo
Bring 'em
Howard
all up.
trivia.
Bring them all up. Get up here.
Leo is a very
Sit,
modest
sit,
guy,
sit.
but he's also a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He can rip your head off.
Wow.
He really
I believe that. Get up here.
Elijah.
Look, we've got a crossover happening, ladies.
We're handing off the mics.
Now this
Did
is
that
what
answer
I
your
call
question, sort of?
epic.
I think they would have. I think I think they would have
dad
liked for me
joke.
to
I
stick
needed.
around.
I needed. Thank you. All right.
Isn't
Anyway,
Arielle a great time?
Yeah.
She's such a great time. Oh, stop.
we're gonna leave you guys
I
and let these beautiful people take over. Sorry for running a bit behind. We need an extra chair, don't we? Well, that's not my fault. Big round of applause for Sara and Matt. Thank you for your wonderful questions.